Good morning, folks, and welcome to Esports Wales' Group B stage game against Serbia. We are gonna get launched straight in here, but first, hello! My name is BlazyBard, your host with the most. We've got a knife round happening in-game right now, so let's not waste any time getting you guys in there. Okay. Okay. Well, in theory, there should be gameplay happening right here, but there is currently not. So there we go. Sorry about that, folks. We should now be all good to get started on the knife round. It is just myself joining you here today on our trip through gameplay land. We'll have to see how the matches play out for our boys over here on Esports Wales, going up against the Serbian team. Now, the current standings, Esports Wales, we've just, unfortunately, taken some losses in our previous few games, but that does not make any sort of indications on how this match will play out. We're coming off the back of a 13-9 defeat to Austria on Ancient. We're coming into this feeling warm. The Serbs currently not doing too great. Found themselves on their own molly as they walk in, and now Ollie and Kaiser combine for 2 apiece to pick up the round nice and quickly. That a little bit of a misplay from the utility on the Serbian side is going to cost them that round, but it's all pistols at the end of the day. Pistol round not necessarily as important as it used to be. Now we will see a half buy from the Serbian squad. Full buy, actually. Trying to force out some of these Tech 9s for a rush on to the site. Heading towards B again. No Molotovs available to them this time. We'll have to see as the engagement comes through over here. Submachine gun actually gets taken down here. Hleb and Choiv do combine to take down some kills. The rest of the Serbian squad swarm onto B site. Bomb goes down. Only 2 defenders remaining. We do have an M4 here on the side of Zirsu. Very confident pickup, but now the Wales squad is going to have to retreat and find themselves in a better position, hopefully, just to save these weapons through. But look at Choiv here. He hears the footsteps. He's stalking around. Surely he can't find Zirsu unawares. Comes around the corner, but not quite. The M4 just too powerful, but that has let the rest of the T's know where these CTs are playing. Engagement here. Ollie finds a few. The rest of these CTs are coming around. They really, really want some of these kills, but they're going to hold it for their exits. Have not proved effective this time around. Some guns stripped away from the terrorist players there, but the main upside is coming back on that pistol round. CT's now in an odd position. Zissou, the only one with a main weapon. Ollie has got himself an MP9 here as well. And it is going to be a force for the rest of the team. We've got some high utility, some higher caliber weapons. The rest of the team is going to follow along with that. Meanwhile, the T's, yet again, another quick play towards this B site. See as they push in, flashes come through, Molotov's down. Hasn't spotted out, but it's going to be Kaiser with the first kill. Andrix is going to find one for himself, but it's going to be Rizzy. Find 1-2 trades, a back and forth, but it's going to be Pingman to come up on top. Scratch that! Fire! Takes him down. Kleb now by himself, 45 HP with an AK. Same two players on the CT side who were able to survive through last round now. Have to hunt the remaining T. He's got the advantage. They don't know where he is, but this could be a tight spot. Hleb comes around the corner just in time. Ollie spots him out, gets the kill, brings an AK home to the boys. Now, Econ mostly reset for the CT squad here. Somebody should be able to drop Kaiser a weapon. If he is not able to himself, and there it is. T's in a bit of a shambles. Andrix has been able to find himself another AK for this round, but the rest of the team doesn't really have any weapons to speak of. It's an interesting maneuver, hoping potentially to pick off some CT players and make something happen. But look at this charge from mid. Zissou finds one, but he's flanked on both sides. Pingman is able to get the return onto Hleb, and now Choiv forced to run away. 18 HP. This could have been a much worse situation for the CTs, but able to keep this at bay for now. Kadan has to find an angle here. 4 CT players left, and the T's have lost their big gun. The AK taken off the board. Reclaimed now by Gadan. Looking for some information right now. As the CTs, they're getting a little bit antsy. They're going to pop around this corner. Rizzy, here's a reload. Could be Kadam to fall down. Shoaib takes advantage of the kill onto his teammate. Charging through, catches a gap in the smoke as Rill takes a kill for themselves. And now the T's have a spot onto this bomb site. Bomb goes down. Pigman and Ollie combining yet again, but Choi from the pixel angle gets the shot on the head. Ollie, 27 HP. Scratch that. That Molotov just burns a little wilder than he was expecting. We're going to take our first time out here, the T's. Been a bit of a uneven game. 1-1, 1-1. Neither team really being able to find a foothold, getting into a groove for this momentum. We'll have to see, hopefully, if this timeout can maybe get into the heads of the CT players here. Esports Wales definitely not looking bad. It's all about trying to throw off the mental here. We can take a look at the buy, and both teams going for a half and half. 3 rifles coming out the side of the T's. Only 1 for the CTs. Lots of SMGs. A Deagle as well. I can see how that worked out for them. Top mid is out there. Grenade being cooked, actually. Pigman could find some decent utility for that. Finds a gap through the smoke, but it just enables Hleb to find a shot. Pingman falls down. It's not what you want to see. Meanwhile, on the left flank here towards a long, it's going to be the CTs taking the worst half of that trade. Rizzy falls down to 12 HP, and now we have to start consolidating. The T's have almost completely made it onto site here. Zisu tries to find an angle. Bomb not currently in the hands of any T players, but the T's don't know that. Reezy's got low health here on an information, a fact-finding expedition. Sees utility coming through, tries to find a better spot, but gets caught out between three, and now it's the rest of the squad getting absolutely massacred. But Zisu follows along, 3 kills in combination with his teammate Ollie. Both teams now surviving on the map. Pushing out of the smoke, Zisu finds the planter and the off angle. Hleb falls. And the CTs, despite the pause, find themselves a round up. What an incredible way to start this match. Another pause, this time from the CTs, maybe trying the same thing. Although it's a double-edged sword. You want to try and get into your opponent's head. Yes, they've just lost a match. Yes, they're in low economy mode. Meanwhile, some half rifles coming out here. Ollie and Kaiser forced onto FAMASes. Meanwhile, an M4A1S and an AK in the hands of Zisu and Pingman, irrespectively. Still holding on to the submachine gun, Rizzy, with the MP5. Partially because of the lower economy from this player. But it's not a bad weapon to have when you're expecting the enemy team to have low economy. But it's going to be all on the T's here. Charging on. Pingman finds the first kill. But now look at this. Rizzy charging outwards. Andrix able to find one with the SMG. But Hleb finds Rizzy in the corner. Pingman through the smoke. Spams the angle and is able to successfully pick up that kill. 3v2 now. Bomb is tested. And it's going to be Oli moving on to site. Andrix is in an awkward position here, but look at these sight lines. Pingman might find one in the corner, finds Hleb on the ramp, and now Andrix behind this box all by himself. Pingman sees it coming, jumps around the corner, and there's the spam. Finally, one of these teams finds themselves a small streak. Esports Wales now 2 in a row to put themselves at 4 points to 2. Definitely nowhere close to the end of the match, though. Now, we have a stronger buy from the CTs. Rizzy, actually, despite having the economy to do so, does not go for a rifle. Still sticking with this SMG, and this is the value that I was talking about. We have a team now that has no armor, no head armor, and should make the easy prey against these T-side players. Rizzy finding himself around the corner. Isn't gonna... Ooh, peeks the angle to the wrong side. Smoke comes through. Kadan takes the white peak, but it's the SMG against the pistol, and it's not quite gonna be in the pistol's favor. T-side goes down. It should be a pretty clean sweep here for the CTs. Andrix is able to find a kill. Claims an M4 for himself, but there's no armor on this player. It's an uphill battle, but it looks like Andrix is just trying to stall this one out. He wants to save this M4, bring it into the next round. Save him and his team a little bit of economy. Bomb is definitely in favor of the CTs. Here it is on the ground, Zisu defending it valiantly. Andrix actually now choosing to take a little bit of space. Maybe he's not satisfied with taking passive kills, but he's about to come into the sightline of Rizzy. Sees him through the side. Andrix through the wall. Rizzy falls down. That's a second. Now Zisu's leaving his post. Comes around. Andrix able to find another one. 2 left to find. Bomb is now open. But he does not know that. Last 2 CT players are out and about on walkies. 16 seconds remaining. This is just a killing mission now for Andrix. No time to plant. Just looking for more heads and a better result than anyone could have ever hoped for on that pistol round. 3 kills, 3 rifles taken away from CT hands. And while they are going to be able to restore their loads this time, It's a lot of money to have to spend. Finally, we do see Rizzy pick up this M4. Head armor purchased, actually, for all the CT players. Now, this is going to be valuable for the one player who's picked up a Galil, but 3 AKs on the board is not, is going to invalidate the head armor just a little bit. One tap in the head, any range will do it. Grenades come through. Kadan already taking a decent chunk. And the CTs are deciding to go aggressive this time around. They want to try and find an angle, but it's going to be Hleb to kick us off. T's are swarming and pushing out of the walls. It's the CT side. Look at Kadan's HP. 13 and 27. There may be 4 T's on the board, but the health bars are low. Following along with Hleb here. He hears the steps. It's going to be an upsetting angle. Surely Kaiser going to be upset about that. Hleb finds that kill. Now all alone. The roles reversed. 3 rounds in a row from the CTs. And Kingman just looks away. Unfortunate. We call that the timing moment. And now we have to talk about the impact of those 3 kills that were claimed by Andrix 2 rounds ago. Without them, CTs would be in a much better position, would be able to buy up some more weapons. This time around, it looks like they're going to go pretty much with nothing. Pingman does have a lot of money in the bank, but the rest of his team does not have the capabilities to buy anything of substance against a fully stocked out T-side squad. This is going to be rough, but all the CTs gather around this one point. They're looking for something. They're looking for someone. And that someone is going to be Kadan. The grenade is going to have spectacular value. But 2 kills do come out. It's not a terrible result for a pistol round. Being able to pick up 2 kills there. Certainly better than maybe we could have hoped for Esports Wales. 5 and 4, the scores on the doors right now. As we look to get into the 10th round. 3 away from the end of the first half. And both of these 2 teams are looking so incredibly strong. Serbia off the back of 2 back-to-back wins. Currently 3rd place in the main event. Coming off the back of Iceland and Austria beating both of them. However, we are seeing the advantage potentially that Esports Wales have gained only recently playing Austria on Ancient. And, well, they did lose. Certainly a tight slash line, so I have to see. The adaptations are made. CT's taking a lot of ground here. But look at where the T's have placed themselves. Kudan is here, holding the back of this site. He's going to come up against Zersu sooner or later, but Ryle is able to find 2 CTs shut out of a sight. And now finally, the gap in the armor has arrived. Kadan, this wonderful lock, and the patience is beautiful. It's going to bite him in the backside, though. Not quite able to translate that patience into kills. Just unfortunate for him. However, look at this. Hleb coming around this corner. He's going to find this, so eventually the box does deflect some of the bullets, but it's not going to be enough to take both kills. One member does fall down, though. Kaiser has to flash to get himself away. Choiv takes another exit frag. Now Kaiser's all alone, able to find one. Choiv comes around the corner and meets his maker. As we are yet again back to even. Ladies and gentlemen, these 2 teams could not be more evenly matched in this moment. However, yet again, 2 rounds from the end of the half. Esports Wales just does not have the economy right now to pull off a major buy. Looks like Serbia wants to take an aggressive B stance yet again. Moving in. taking control of their side of the map so far. Rizzy holding this off angle. He wants to find something, but it's going to be Hleb and Pingman, the first two people, to really find an engagement. But it's a CZ versus an AK, and well, a few hits are found. It's not going to be successful. Choiv is able to find two before Kaiser finally shuts him down. And now the call for rotation comes through. The T's are starting to move over towards the right-hand side. Andrix goes back for the bomb. Rizzy is in such a dangerous position right now. It's all going to come down to whether or not someone can find him. It's going to be Ryle from the side. Off the mark with the first AWP shot, but tries to take the re-peek. Does Rizzy. Isn't able to find the kill onto Hleb, and it's going to be Kaiser to fall last as the bomb falls. And in the last round of the first half, it is a devastating look for the economy of the CTs. While they are all able to buy rifles and ammunition, actually pull together a decent amount of utility. This isn't looking as dire as maybe I had originally thought. And you know, while we can talk about the state of the T-side economy here, does not matter. You can't take any of it with you into the next round as Zersu takes a lot of space coming around the corner. Choiv has a lot of angles to clear here. He's going to meet two defenders in mid, including Rizzy, who's doing a little bit, but Pingman is actually going to be the first one to take a kill. Hleb able to find credit for that one in return, though. Choiv does find Zersu in the corner. Now the T's are pushing onto a site. It's going to be a close one. Choiv only 25 HP on the backside of this. Kaiser finds his flank. While the flash comes through completely dark. Hleb able to find one more. Choiv rejoins his teammate 2v2 situation, but look at the health bars on the T side. Only one shot is what it'll take, and they line up. Not quite able to take both, though. Hleb does take another shot, but claims the trade. Difference in weaponry here, ladies and gentlemen. That AK in Hleb's hands only needs one shot to kill. So does Kaiser's. Difference here being the positioning of that shot, the all-important one. Has to be in the head for Hleb. Surely Kaiser would have enough time to react. The bomb stealthily makes its way over towards the A site. Hleb, only 13 HP, yet again chooses to come into side hall. Wants to clear the space, but time is ticking down. Kaiser sees no one at B site. Surely alarm bells start to flag. Holds the angle. 10 seconds remaining. Finally, the bomb goes down. It's going to call the alarm for Kaiser. Got to be careful now. Hleb seemingly knows where the steps are coming from, but can't react in time. All came down to that one shot. And we are dead even. Heading in to the second half, these two teams putting up a great show for us here. Esports Wales and Serbia pulling out all the stops to make sure that they claim those points for the potential to go to the bracket here in Group B. Now, when Serbia was on this T side, we saw a lot of focus towards B. We saw a lot of focus towards claiming that upper mid. Esports Wales potentially already going for a slightly different approach, but look at this. CT players all the way in mid. The information is there, but it's not going to matter for CTs. Ollie, 2 taps Hleb. First to fall. Now it's Serbia on the back foot. A man down. But look at this angle. Kadan has those heads, but can't line up the shots. And we're all in the smoke here. Surely, Ollie and Pingman can't see what's about to hit them. Choi from the top. Steps down. Gets found out now. Andrix still in the smoke. The rest of the T-side players are here too. Bomb finally goes down. Pingman on the side. Andrix and Kadan find one apiece, but Zersu thins the herd a little bit. The bomb is still down, and these CTs are coming in thick and fast. Zersu able to find one, and Kadan is the last player standing. Here's the steps behind him, but it's not going to matter because Kaiser is here with yet another headshot, and that's going to put Esports Wales ahead for the first round. Pistols go hot, and Esports Wales come out on top. Zersu and Kaiser feeling themselves after that round are going to pick up some AKs for them in their squad. MAC-10s picked up in retaliation. Retaliation in camaraderie. As the CT is now just on pistols. A few deagles, but really, that's about it. As these CTs swarm onto site. But it's not as clear-cut as a one-sided argument. 2 players fall down, but it's in favor of 3, 4. Scratch that. From the Serbian squad, and now the bomb is down. It all comes down to that 1v3, but Choiv caught off guard. Too much utility, too much firepower, and not enough to answer back. But taking 2 kills away from them that last round, still very important. We have to talk about the economic damage that is going to deal to the T side. Both Zersu and Oli now forced back onto MAC-10s. However, this could also be a reaction to the hope that the CTs did not pick up head armor, which of course we, the viewers, have the benefit of seeing that in fact they did. Smokes go down and mid-space is taken. One in Cubby, one on the left-hand side. Pleb is able to find 2 before getting traded off by Zersu, but Andrix on the flank, able to pull through and finds a 3rd for himself. Rizzy cannot safely push through that smoke, and now it's a 1v3 situation, but Kaiser is particularly well equipped to handle it by himself here. He's gonna have to find this defender. Real finds the angle on him first, and Kaiser falls down, breaking the momentum from Esports Wales, whatever you may call momentum. 2 rounds in their favor, 1 now in favor of Serbia. Truly a back and forth match. Charging now for the T's. They want to make a fast play towards this B site. Oli rushes through the gates, but it's going to get pinched off by Andrix. The rest of his team a little too late. Coming up the ramp, they are able to claim 2, but not quite enough. 2 pickups for the T's, though, is going to deal some damage to the T-side economy. It's going to put Rill on a pistol for this round. Back to dead even, both of these teams 8 and 8, as our full buy from both teams comes on through. A slower round so far, as both of these teams look to position themselves around. Andrix peeks out of T-side upper, claims 1, but it's going to be Pingman to find the return before getting traded here by Choiv. 2 for 3 trade. 2 for 1 trade. But the T's have started to make their way over towards the A site. CTs, they've noticed. Where are all the enemies? And it's going to be Oli to take a spill. Choiv catches 1 unawares from behind. Well, the return is going to be there. Going to be a little too late to save his teammate. Real now here with the operator. Zersu gets revealed by the grenade. Kadan able to claim credit for that one, but Kaiser finds 1 Real off the mark with the orb shot, but Kaiser's in a bad situation. Pins it between 2, finds a wide swing and takes 2 heads clean off, claiming the orb for himself and winning the round for Esports Wales. Incredible moments there from Kaiser. Sometimes, in the art of Counter-Strike, you must learn simply to be race car. And that is the lesson, indeed, that Kaiser has been able to learn. Have a quick pan around the map here while the CTs figure out what their plans are going to be for the next round. Economy quite low for the Serbian squad here. Looks like Choiv is going to settle for an M4. The rest of his team sticking with pistols for now. Could be some last-minute decisions made. But it is going to be the pistols. CTs, however. Do have some technical difficulties here, folks. One of the players has disconnected. Unsure what the ruling here is going to be. We're a man down on the T side. Have been able to rejoin Kaiser here. But it has come at the potential cost of this round. Potentially we'll be able to restart from the beginning of the round. We'll have to see what the admin's call is. As we close out this side of an unfortunate technical difficulties, as a reminder, the scores on the doors at the moment, 8 for Serbia, 9 for Wales. There are only a few rounds left to play. It is first to 13, meaning Wales is only 4 rounds away from potentially claiming this win, which I believe may be their first. Although Serbia has taken credit for that round, and I believe we should be able to restart from the last one, if I am not mistaken. We shall have to see. Still awaiting the call from the admin here, folks. We apologize for the tech difficulty, but bear with us. We are getting it fixed ASAP. There we go, folks. We're finally able to get the round restarted. Freeze time has come back off. We're all ready to get into, finally, the second part of the second half of this round. Let's get going. Thank you very much, admins. Let's see how this match plays out. 1 M4 available for Choiv here on the CT side. I have to see. The T's, they seem pretty intent. They want to come straight on over to the B site. It's going to be Andrix already. Looking to take an aggressive position here, but look at this double up here. Choiv already able to find one. That may even be the call. Hey, the T's are all down here as stepping in a lot of fire. Kadan could be in some danger. Eats a whole grenade to the face. The 1 M4 player down on 64 HP, but Andrix claims another with a P250. Ollie looking at his own team's grenade. Gonna get sprayed down by Choiv. This is an absolute massacre here. The T's came into this round so confident with all the equipment in the world. They don't have anything to really deal with here. Pingman caught in the middle of the smoke. What happened to Wales? They've been taken off the face of the map. And now the T's just about only a few seconds left remaining. We're able to close this one out and even the score 9-9. They didn't even need to buy guns. The guns, in fact, came to them. Now, we are looking at almost a complete flip of what we were talking about earlier. We have the Esports Wales economy in shambles. Whereas if you look over the road at Serbia, it is all weapons go. Grenades aplenty, gadgets and gizmos galore. As the T's have to waddle here through main hall towards a site. All by themselves. Pistols, only things to guide them. Choiv is waiting here. Here comes the utility. Fire comes through. The T's are forced out of the road, but the kills don't come in that quickly, but no return damage is offered. Choiv picks off the CTs. The T's like fish in a barrel. It's a 4K for Choiv. Nearly picks up the ace here, but Hleb able to find a kill for himself in amongst the chaos. What a round. And Serbia yet again look commanding in the driver's seat here. Wales have to try and find a way to get back into this. The weapons are on the board for them this time around, but it's all about this positioning. They can't seem to find a good angle to go to. Hleb, he's just on the other side of the smoke. Util comes through from both sides. The T's have a little bit of information as to where Esports Serbia may be. Still holding close on the smoke. Hleb. Not going to let them in to this angle for free. Smoke about to go down. Comes around the corner. Pingman first. Double headshot for Hleb. 3. Fall immediately. And Choiv is able to find another. After CS2 finds the trade. It is not in the cards for Esports Wales. But Kaiser looks to find some more ground for his team. All the CTs know exactly where this man is. And Andrix isn't going to let him pick up another kill. Down falls Kaiser. And Wales, who were in such a good position, now stagger from the heights. As Serbia crest match point. 2 away from victory. And the economy yet again is in a shambles. Esports Wales, this time they decide they're gonna have to play for match point. We're gonna have to save our economy to try and play one more round with full builds. Azrael able to claim a kill here through the smokes. CS2 gets blown up. These HEs from Serbia, so effective. Too many steps, and the information's gonna come through. Haleb in the cubby, no check. Andrix and Kadan find one apiece, but together, and Pingman finally comes through on site. Not able to secure anything. And now, Serbia cresting match point here. Not even cresting, on match point. And Esports Wales have to start reliving their nightmares from Austria in their last match. They ended that game 13-9. This time it was looking like it could have been oh so different. And they have only one more chance to change that slash line. As charging forward, Andrix, already in such an aggressive position, is able to find two with a spray. Hasn't taken a single point of damage, and Pingman is the next to fall. The dreams of Esports Wales dashing by the wayside. As Zirsu, he has to try and find one, but Rill has just got too quick of a reaction. Rizzy finally shuts down one, takes a second. Leb falls down with only 19 HP on the board. It is too little, too late, and Esports Wales are not able to close this one out, and they relive their 13-9 loss. It's devastating. It's not what they wanted to see, but what this does do is keep Serbia's streak alive. This team have been on an absolute tear, and this just continues that snowball, proving why they are maybe one of the best teams competing in the World Championships this year. Folks, thank you so much for watching. My name has been BlazyBard. Commiserations to Esports Wales. Better luck next time.